everyone, my name is Katrina. This is my channel, and you normally would come here to see my scrapbooking and project life videos, but today I'm going to start something new. I'm going to start a crochet podcast, maybe. It's going to be a catch up every month on my crochet related items, because at the minute that's what I'm doing more of, and that's why I've been so delayed and late with getting my videos up on my channel. So I'm going to sort of explain and show you some of the current WIPs, which is works in progress, my FOs, which are my finished objects, and I'm just going to go through them all and sort of give you a recap, and this will become a regular monthly. I think monthly is something I'm going to be able to keep up with. I won't be able to do weekly or bi-weekly, but if it becomes that, I'll let you know and you'll see it being uploaded. But yeah, I'll just get straight into it. So my first one is something I finished a couple of months ago. This is a lovely great big triangle shawl, and I predominantly use it as a scarf. It is made out of Caron cakes. It's the cotton Caron cakes, and I just love the colours in this one. So I would wear it as a big triangle scarf and tuck the ends underneath like that. Let my hair. But yeah, so that would be how I would wear this one, and I love it, and I haven't been wearing it as much through winter, but it's something that I think I'll get out more in spring and autumn. Where I live, I get the extreme temperatures of down to -10 overnight in winter, so it gets really, really cold, and then we get in summer 35 to 37 would be probably our highest. We can get as far as 40 degrees. This is all in Celsius, but we do get fairly hot and fairly cold, so we get the extreme spectrum, so it limits where you can wear things. And the second one was a infinity scarf I crocheted, and this one was the idea and the pattern was actually taken off. It's been folded in half, so but it's got these beautiful mottled natural tones, but it's got these beautiful oranges, which is something I love. You can see that, yeah. So beautiful oranges mixed with blues, and this is a double crochet stitch and then a single crochet stitch, but if you are working UK terms, I think it would be a treble and then a double crochet, and it's just repeated all the way around. I don't remember how many stitches I cast on, but I saw this as a photo on Instagram. I had the exact yarn, which is, I've got the ball band right here, the Lincraft Arcadia yarn, and it was in the ocean colorway. So I got it from my local craft store, Lincraft, and I had 2 balls and it was perfect. So it is a beautiful infinity scarf that I can wrap around my neck. It is 50% wool, 50% acrylic, and you can smell the wool in it. It is beautiful. It got wet when I went out probably a month ago. It was a rainy day. It was like drizzly, not really rainy, but the rare rainy days I get. And yeah, it got wet and it was beautiful. It smells like sheep. It smells like sheep's in a paddock. I love it. So that is my second one that I've gotten done recently. And then one of the big ones, which is the one I've just got here, is the Habitat cardigan, which was my first garment. I've never made any piece of clothing for myself. I've made something for my sons, which was a jumper, but this is a cardigan, and it has this beautiful stitch throughout the back panel piece. It's got a drapey sort of bat wing or open piece around the armhole. It's got some lovely ribbing all the way through. Oops. And then the ribbing in the sleeves as well. So this is the Habitat cardigan. I will sort of pop it on to show you the overall effect. I did it as a 3/4 sleeve. It's not full sleeve. You're gonna see me struggle to get into it. Now this pattern is beautiful because it's by Make and Do Crew, but so I'm gonna my chair. So it comes to there on my arm, and it sits, oops, bit of a chesty picture there, but see, it's just a little bit baggy in the armpit there. It's a really comfy, whoop, get back a bit further, comfy one, and it goes to my waist. Now, a lot of people who've made this cardigan have made it quite a bit longer, which I think is good for if you just want it to wear around the house or if it's in a neutral colour, but I made it in this beautiful mustard colour. Now, I will show you. I've got the ball band. So this one is a Lion brand. Oh, I just dropped it. Clumsy, clumsy. So it's Lion brand Heartland yarn. And this one's in Yellowstone. So this is Yellowstone. I don't know if it's still available in Australia anymore, because my local, I bought this from Spotlight, which is a big craft store. And I bought enough to make this, which was 6 balls of it. I used 4.5 because I didn't make it as long in the length. So you can see where I've from, oh, getting all caught up. So this little bit is in the extension piece around the tush, which is, I love that word, tush. And I could have easily made it to sort of here to be a bit more comfortable, but that's okay because it was the first time I ever made this. I was sick in bed and I tried it on as I made it just to make sure it fit with the width and then getting it to go right around me as far as I wanted it to. So it is beautiful and soft and snuggly. I've worn it half a dozen times already and I'm planning on making another one. The Lion brand yarn in Spotlight just went on special, and the purple Hot Springs just went on special for $5 a ball. I'm thinking I'm going to make another one, either for myself or my friend for Christmas. So we'll see how that goes. But it does, it's not pilling, but I don't know if you can see there. It's just a little bit fluffy. So if you don't like your yarn to go fluffy, then I would say maybe make it with something else. This one is, I'm pretty sure all acrylic. Yeah, 100% acrylic. So maybe try a different brand or a different type, but this was what was recommended. It's by Make and Do Crew. It's the Habitat cardigan. So it's my lovely mustard soft one. So I'm just gonna put that back down there. And then these were all finished a couple of months ago. So they're all my longest, is the word I'm looking for, longest finished projects. And then I have some that I've had as orders and commissions. So I have been making some amigurumi dinosaurs. Now these are for my sons, so I made a, ooh, there we go, I can fit it, a T-Rex dinosaur for my eldest son Flynn. Now these have a tummy patch, which you'll see on the next one, but I didn't put on this one because I was running late. I said I would make one and I made it, and my youngest son loved it. So I finished that off, and then my eldest son said he wanted one, which was great and it was perfect, and so I started making it, and he just got impatient. So he was lucky I even got these spikes on it, so it actually looks like a dinosaur. But there was that. In these I didn't use the hobby fill for toys and amigurumi. I know. What I did was I had made a massive blanket out of my old t-shirts a couple of years ago, and I still had this massive big bag of filling for this blanket, but it was all sort of pulled apart, so it wasn't a flat sheet of it anymore, and it looked like a thicker, denser version of the fibre fill, the hobby fill, sorry. And I thought, I'm going to use this. I don't mind. Now I've washed these in the washing machine and I've put them through the dryer, so they're holding together pretty well. I think my boys play with them and they love them. When it's time for them to go, that's fine as well. I'm really not fast, but they've held up well, and the filling in these is fine. So my other one is green. So here is Mr. Green, and he has a white, grey stomach and blue spines or spikes there. So this is the Tiny T-Rex plush pattern on Ravelry. But let me get you the pattern, because I made these for my sons and I put them up on my Facebook page and I shared them with my friends and family and said, oh my god, how cute are these? I love them. I was so excited. They're soft and they're cuddly and snuggly. But my sons are 2 and 3, so these were like their size. These are huge. They're 45 centimeters tall from the top of the spike to the feet. And the pattern's called Tiny, and I've only got black and white photo, sorry, but that was the pattern. Now this is free on Ravelry, so I can share here, but it's small. And my friends and family said, oh, can you please make some for us? So I made another yellow one for one person. I made girls' colours in a pink, light pink, with a dark pink spines and tummy patch, and I made a darker blue because I couldn't get this blue again. And what colour spines did I use? I think it was the green, actually. I think I did like a blue with green, so just reverse of that. And they were gorgeous. And as I started to make the third one, I reread the pattern, and it says to use UK terms, I think it was, and I was using US crochet terms. I was so disappointed in myself, but it didn't matter. Nobody cared. My boys don't care. The pattern is completed. I've shared it on Instagram and I've used the hashtag for the Tiny T-Rex plush, but mine don't look anything like this beautiful one. Now this is by Christelle Kovenig. I'm going to say is her last name. Miles of Crochet at .etsy.com is her page to get her other items. But if you search Tiny T-Rex plush on Ravelry, you'll get the amigurumi pattern. I'm going to make this again. I think I will definitely make it again, but I'm going to use the correct terms and I will give it to somebody else. But these were 2 that I finished, and my boys have been playing with them. They've been washed and dried, and that's why anyone who is a crocheter, which will be most of you watching, you'll see that you can sort of, there's gaps in the stitches. I used acrylic on this one. I used my Lincraft, I'm getting a ball band, Lincraft double knitting yarn, and Esther was the other one. And I also used, for the girls one, the Reject Shop has acrylic yarn here in Australia, and I used, it's called Knit and Pearl acrylic 8-ply. And so I used all that because that's what I'd used for mine, so I knew that it had worked. And so mine have stretched because it's been in the wash. The other people have been happy with the stitch definition in theirs, even though it was quite gappy. If I'd done it correctly, it would have been a single crochet or equivalent to a UK double. I could be saying this vice versa with the terminology, but yes, I had done a double. So there's those 2. So they're all done, and my boys are really, really happy with those. So then my next thing is that this is my folder with all my patterns in it at the minute. I think it's the best thing I've done is putting them all together. I have also got a blanket pattern that I've started for my uncle for Christmas. So he doesn't even know that I'm doing it for him, but I am. I love him. And he lives in a pretty, like, he lives where I live, so it's cool in winter, and he feels the cold, so I thought I'd give him something to put over his legs when he's sitting down watching telly in the afternoons. So it is another free pattern called Addicted to Chevron Afghan. Now you can pay for the pattern as well on, I don't know if it's Ravelry if you pay for it, but I went through Ravelry and it took you to the free webpage with the pattern on it. But yeah, that's the chevron look. So it's a chevron pattern, but in the back loops, without giving too much away of the pattern itself. So I'm using Lion Brand yarn again. I'm just going to get my pattern and bits and pieces. So I've started. I have, that's my crochet hook. I keep my crochet hooks with my patterns and my whips at the minute because I seem to lose them with my children. My kids take off with crochet hooks. So this is the overall start of this one. So it gives you a little bit of an idea. So it gives this really beautiful definition in each 2 rows. So one row gets pushed to the back and one gets pushed to the front, and you get these posts through it. So that's the red, and I've picked some beautiful colours. So it's going to be a very good size blanket. Now I thought this might be too short and I was going to extend it, but as you can see it goes way across the screen, so it would go my wingspan completely. And so I'm 155 or 65. I think I'm 165 centimeters tall. So this would be roughly that wide, and then I'm going to make it from the waist definitely onto like the floor so I can cover your lap. And this color is Redwood. Yep, Redwood. And it is still the Lion Brand. I bought the yarn for my Habitat cardigan and loved it, and there was a sale on, so I got this one. So I've got 2 balls of the red. I have 2 more balls of that beautiful mustardy color in the Yellowstone, it's called, is the color. I have 2 blues and a grey color. So I'm going to join up next and do the same 8 rows in the yellow, and then go, I think I decided the white and then the blue, and then repeat until I have 2 balls completely gone. So it's going to be stripy. So that is a whip that's currently happening, but I'm in no great rush to finish that one. Whoops, can go down on the floor. It's something that I'm not rushing to get done so that I do it right, and I just want him to be able to enjoy something from us that's handmade, because he does appreciate, he's one of those people that would appreciate a handmade gift, no matter what time of the year it was. Just a homemade gift in general he'd adore, which is amazing. And I have another one to show you, and let's see if I can just get the picture in here so that I don't spoil it. But Addy Day Designs here in Australia is something I've only just found. This lady, and she's amazing, and she lives an hour and a half away from me. Go figure. She lives in Canberra, or she's located around Canberra. I have no idea exactly, but I know she goes to the bus depot markets and things and gets lovely hand-dyed yarns and stuff. So this is just a picture of the sweater in black and white. I'm very sorry, but it's called the Blurred Line Sweater, and I'm starting the pattern. And this is the most complicated pattern I have done to date, because it's a sweater, it's got a yoke pattern, it's crocheted tightly so that the sweater doesn't look gapey. Everything else has been fairly repetitive and simple for me to understand, but this has like short rows which go into the full pattern, and then come back to short rows, and you're adding in and you're shaping. So it's very much intermediate, I would say is a good way to put it, but I feel my confidence is at the intermediate level for crocheting now, so I'm really happy with that. But I've started, and I'm gonna just, now I, for the first time ever, bought non-mass produced yarn. So I went looking online at Etsy. I looked at indie dyes in Australia predominantly, because I really wanted to hone in. I wanted to spend money with local people, whether they live in Queensland or whether they live in New South Wales or Victoria. I just wanted the yarn to come from within Australia and the money to be kept within Australia. We are in a drought. Now, some people might go, well, how does a drought affect crocheters? Well, the yarn. If you're going to buy wool or any type of wool product and it's created within your country, a drought would directly affect it. So at the minute, I'm really trying to save up my dollars and spend money with indie dyers or bigger companies. So like the Bendigo Wool Mill is a big one in Australia at the minute that I haven't been, it's the first time I've bought wool through, but they're beautiful. And I don't know why I haven't done it before. So my blurred line sweater consists of Bendigo Woolen Mills Luxury Cream 4-ply, which is crazy because I've never worked 4-ply in a big item. I've done small things. So I've started my, all the colours are showing really well on this. I'm in a good spot. I might film here next time. So this is cream and it's the start of the top. So I can try this on for you. I'm pretty sure I've got my markers in, so it's fine. So, just to give you an idea, I'll get my hair out of the way so you can see more. So, that's the start. That's how far I've gotten. Now, it's a little bit bumpy and bumply because I've just gone through an increase row and just getting it out to my shoulders. But from what I can read, I'm going to make up and across to the top of the shoulders and then the splits for sleeves. So, I will get, I'd say, down to sort of here. And this pattern calls for calls for 2 different colours, sorry. And it fades, that's why it's the blurred lines. But I'm using 3. So I'm starting with this beautiful cream. Yep, perfect. And then, get out of my bag, there's some crinkling, sorry. I have this gorgeous speckle. How gorgeous is this speckle? Oh, so soft. I've got makeup on, I better not get it on it. It's pinks and purples, and then there's this little bit of neon green, and there's some orange in there. You can sort of see it. I haven't pulled these apart yet because these just look gorgeous. But this is from Natural Fibre Arts in Australia, in Queensland. She's a Queensland dyer. And she's on the Sunshine Coast. Her story's amazing. She just switched from Etsy to a website that she's doing majority of her stuff from. So that will then blur or stripe into that. And I will get this gorgeous little striping and spackle through it. So from, the chest height down to maybe belly button, I'm going to have these 2. And then I really wanted a 3rd colour that was solid. Solid's the word I'm looking for. So a solid colour. So I have picked another Bendigo Woolen Mill colour called African Violet. These are a wool 4-ply to match these because I bought these first from her website and I wanted to get them in my hands first because I wasn't sure about the base. Whether it's pure white or whether it's an off-white or a cream, turns out matches perfectly to that. So then I took my skeins of this with me to a yarn shop just to get an idea of colours. So the purples pick up really nicely with this African Violet. Originally I was going to go a bright pink, but I got a bit of advice. So I'm going to do that. So it'll go, and this bit will start just under belly button to the bottom of the waistband and then on the sleeves as well. So I'm talking the bottom end of the sleeves. It does have this beautiful ribbing all the way around the bottom as well. I'm pretty sure it does. Yes, it does. So that'll be lovely in this colour. The beautiful thing about Bendigo Woolen Mills was these are 200 gram skeins. So these skeins are huge, and because it's only 4-ply, I didn't realise how much was really in it, but that there is a 50 grams already, just around the top. So you can imagine if you bought it in the mass-produced stuff, how much it would cost, because one of these is relatively cheap in comparison. I think I would pay 4 times the price to get 4 or 5 of these, 4 or 5 little skeins to match the size of this. So that's why I didn't do it in a Spotlight store or a Lincraft store here in Australia. I didn't go out and buy store-bought stuff. I used these ones instead. So I'm super excited about this. So excited. So now that I've finished my orders and my commissions for the dinosaurs, and they're all done out of the way, they're at their new homes. I couldn't show you, sorry. But now that they are to a new home, I have done most of this last night. I had the ribbing up the top already done, but I have done all that back piece last night, just getting used to the pattern. So once I get used to it, I think I will be a little bit faster. And I think that's really all I'm going to show you. I did buy some more yarn from Fibre Arts, Natural Fibre Arts. The same lady, she had a sale on 2 weeks ago, and I bought some yarn. But I'm not sure what I'm doing with it yet, so I'm not going to show you today, but I will show you in more episodes. But I do sort of have a pattern that I'm thinking of doing it. I'm thinking between, there's a pattern called Lady Jane Cowl on Ravelry, and you can get that for free as well. So I'm thinking either the Lady Jane Cowl or a pair of crocheted socks with this beautiful yarn I bought, but I'm not sure. So I think I'm just going to leave it here for today and say thank you for watching. I will be around on my channel doing my scrapbooking things in other videos, but this is just going to be a monthly catch-up and podcast all about crochet and yarn. So thank you for watching. Give me a thumbs up if this is something you'd be interested in seeing, and I'll see you around. Thank you guys. Bye.